Hey guys, how's it going? Preparing here. Today's video is going to be a story about the casual side of what I did in China. You know, the trips and the touristic side of things. And I have to warn you guys, before you begin the video, that this video is seriously casual. And it may affect you. It may affect your ability to play video games in the near future. If you start going 0-3 in Arena right after watching this video, well, don't blame me, because I warned you. But for the rest, it's pretty good stuff. Why don't you check it out?
Hey guys, how's it going? Preparing here. So this is the first day that we've stayed in Beijing. We arrived here at 5 something, maybe close to 6 in the morning at the airport. And now we're about 16, 17 hours later, and it's been a pretty difficult day. It's been pretty tiring. First opinions about Beijing, it's kind of what I expected. Being a Torontonian in Canada, there's a lot of Chinese people, and there are about as many English signs on stores as there are in some areas in Toronto. So I feel almost at home. The traffic here is a little bit crazy. People try to run you over. I don't know if they hate us or anything, or this is just how it goes over here. But other than that, pretty cool. I'm super sleepy, so my brain isn't functioning very well. But I do have to say that eating here is a little bit difficult. We got like a card written by the hotel reception, which did speak English, to write down all the stuff I can eat. And we go to a restaurant that we think we like, and we give them the card. And then we see how they, kind of like panic a little bit, and that's the bad sign. Or, they're like, oh, this, and then, you can go and eat there. And the food's been okay, but there's some really sketchy places. Like we uploaded an image on Instagram, and it was, there's like scorpions on like sticks that aren't even cooked from what I could tell, and spiders and yeah, stuff. And it's not really like this stuff doesn't like, seem too bad for me to eat. It feels a little bit cruel to the little critters. But there's a lot of like sanitation problems from what I've seen with food here. Like I don't know, we were like the mall or something, and some dude is like washing his hands where like all the labels were sitting or something like that. I don't know. It grosses me out pretty hard. So we'll see. If I survive the trip, this video will be uploaded, and if you guys see the video, well, I made it. And I'll update you guys in the next few days if any cool stuff happens. So, see you soon.
Hey guys, how's it going? Been in Beijing 3 days now. I didn't do a video update on the second day because I've been pretty tired. Just catching up sleep from doing all the stuff I do every day, and I don't really take trips very well, so yeah, I've been recovering. In these days, I've been doing a few things. On the second day, I went to see the Forbidden Palace, which is no longer forbidden. You just go there. There's like old houses and shit, and I don't know. It didn't seem that impressive to me until afterwards when we went to some Buddha temple near the exit of the temple and the exit of the Forbidden City. And the temple is quite a bit above, so you can see the city as a whole from above, and it does look pretty magnificent from that angle. Basically, Forbidden City is kind of like, nothing's too detailed. It's very open spaces, a lot of stuff's a bit run down, but when you see like the size and organization of stuff, it looks pretty awesome. So we did that, and coming back from the Buddha temple, it rained like an insane amount in a very short period of time, and with the rain, I believe, came down quite a bit of pollution, but it looks like we made it. So we've survived a few perils so far being here, that being one of them. And it was pretty cool stuff. I went a bit near the Tiananmen Plaza. There wasn't too much to see except a horde of people absolutely everywhere. But I mean, it's Beijing, China. I guess that's absolutely expected. And on the third day, which is today, we pretty much found out where these hordes of people live. It turns out that they live in sets of skyscrapers. So I kind of got the parallel from, like in Canada, some dudes decide to set up a bunch of houses that all look the same, and they build like 20 or 30 houses in the middle of nowhere, and they call them suburbs. Basically, they do that here in Beijing, except instead of houses, they build skyscrapers. So some dude's like, yeah, I'm going to build some buildings here, and there's 12 of the same 40-story buildings, just crazy stuff. And we saw these on our way to the Great Wall. I can't exactly say which section we ended up seeing. The section was pretty cool though. Um, my favorite part was coming back down because you had to take like a shuttle. From the shuttle, you take like a cart thing that's on like a metal line, and then you get to the top with that, and it's quite a trip. But when you come back down, you get to go in like I don't know, like a luge thing, like a toboggan thing. There's another word that they called it, but I forget what it is. Anyway, it's like a sled that goes on metal. And that was a lot of fun, even though it was a bit slow for my taste, but still we went as fast as we could. So the Great Wall was all right. It's pretty magnificent how big it is, and that most of it still stands quite well. And on the other hand, the places that it's built is uh, pretty surreal, actually. I mean, you pretty much have a wall that's all slanty and shit. The whole thing is basically stairs going up or down, and it's built on like the side of a mountain, which is completely uneven at every single point. So, that took a lot of persistence to complete, I'd imagine, and it was pretty magnificent in that sense. What wasn't so nice is the million insects devouring us as we tried to go to the higher parts of it. We actually were pretty much prevented by a wall of insects from going to the part we wanted to see in the wall. But nonetheless, we were walking around the wall for like about 2 hours, and it was a bit tiring and all that stuff. So we kind of got our fill. Wall's cool. One of the things to see here, I guess. Actually, it's probably my favorite thing, but I'd probably like it a lot more without the little fucks biting me and going all over me and stuff. And I actually think I just got bit recently on my thumb. Yeah. What else? I don't know. We'll see some more shit tomorrow. I'll tell you guys about that when it happens, and I'll see you guys. Hey guys, how's it going? Crip Aaron again. It's been a while since I continued this series, but it's been quite a few fairly busy days since I really, had much time to do anything but WCA related things. We ended up staying one more day in Beijing, and when we were in Beijing on the final day, we went to the Summer Palace. And we had thought that the Summer Palace was kind of like just one building, and it's like something, whatever, just something pretty in a small area, and it ended up that the Summer Palace, which is apparently where the emperor who lives in the Forbidden City during the summer, he goes to the summer house, but it ends up that it's probably even bigger than the regular place. It's even bigger than the Forbidden City, and we actually went there the whole day. We didn't even see everything, but there was a lot of nice stuff. It was a little bit nicer than the Forbidden City in terms of all the little details, all the rest, and yeah, it was cool. I really didn't expect it to be as nice as it was, and I think out of the things that we ended up seeing in Beijing, it was the nicest. The following day, we flew to Yinchuan. Yinchuan is where we are now. It's where the WCA event took place. After the flight, we were carried on a bus with just about everyone, and we were on the bus for a while we were traveling through the city to get to, eventually we stayed at the Wanda World or something like that, Wanda Land, which is apparently the best hotel in the city. And it does check out to be that. It was very, very nice. But it was a drive that I think was almost 2 hours long, and we got to see the city as a whole, and it did seem in many ways more impressive than Beijing. There were a lot more buildings, and there's a lot more buildings in construction. I think in the last portion of this video I talked about how there would be a lot of buildings being built at the same time in Beijing, and that was like shocking. I've never seen that before. Well, in Yinchuan, it's like to a completely different scale. I mean, you'd see one building, and the one behind it just like it, and then you'd see this continuously happening for as far as you could see, like 20, 30 buildings exactly the same, just absolutely insane. And instead of building like a few buildings at a time, like 6 or 7, like we saw in Beijing, maybe as many as 10 we saw in Beijing, here we saw even more than that, and twice as many cranes, 2 cranes on each building. The rate of growth in some of these places is something you really have to see to believe. The city, though, is a lot cleaner. We didn't see too many of the downtowny parts, but we went to like a market, that kind of stuff. I ended up getting some really high value deals. We got like 2 bottles of OJ for like 6 yen, which is like $1, not even that really. You get a free mug. So basically, we took home 2 mugs, and the OJ was okay, and we had to surrender it on the first few days of WCA because you have to go through like security and that kind of stuff, and I had to surrender my liquids. But anyway, it was quite a good trip. I don't want to talk too much about the WCA stuff. You guys will see that in another video. There's a lot of work done. Overall, I was very happy with how it ended. I was very happy that I did this. At the end of the ceremony, I ended up getting like a Hall of Famer, even though it was the first event and all that. I think they really recognized all the work that I put in, all the work that my Goranya put in. And it felt very good, even though there were a lot of problems, there were a lot of shortcomings. We did the best that we could. People saw that, and I think the results will speak for themselves. I think next time we'll actually be able to work with them more directly for production value, actually have a reasonable internet connection and all the rest. And again, I'll go about that in a different video, but everything here has been very impressive. I have enjoyed my stay. I have enjoyed Yunchuan quite a bit more than Beijing, even though Beijing had the touristy stuff. I felt a little bit better here, but maybe the pampered hotel room has something to do with it. Anyway, we're going to be heading off for our flight a few hours from now, get back to Greece, and get back to normal schedule of streaming and doing the videos and all that. And from that point on, you guys will have regular updates, and at some point this video will hit YouTube, and here it is, and hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.